my name is Will Howell, and I'm going to be talking to you about bionic exoskeletons. When most of you think about exoskeletons, you probably think about fictional characters from movies, television, or video games. Well, I'm going to be discussing exoskeletons that are real and that will have a serious impact on our future. Exoskeletons are coming in all shapes and sizes. Some are massive and look like they're straight out of a movie, but most are a much smaller frame that barely covers parts of the body, such as this one here. Most commonly, exoskeletons are being used on the lower body. They're used for multiple reasons, such as to reduce fatigue, or in some cases, collect energy. They're also used to absorb shock along and increase endurance. Although the majority of current exoskeletons being produced are for the lower body, there are some being produced for upper areas as well. Upper body exoskeletons are making it possible for people to lift 80% more weight than usual, making them excellent for construction operations. Now, onto how they work. Exoskeletons are basically just a frame that surrounds your body, using different motors, springs, and sensors to enhance a human's abilities. Some require battery power for operation, while others will produce results that don't require any power at all, such as better posture or decreased muscle fatigue. Powered exoskeletons are the most commonly produced today, and they use one of two different types of motors: an actuator, shown on the left, for vertical motion, or just normal DC motors such as the one on the right that provide rotation. Either motor used will be used to help a person do more work. Now, as for sensors used in exoskeletons, there are almost endless possibilities. Depending on what the suit is designed for, they can do anything from monitoring vitals, detecting changes in air quality, or even monitoring air temperature. Eventually, full computers may be implemented into these suits. Then you'll really be feeling like Iron Man. Earlier, I mentioned that some exoskeletons are passive or active. Active is the type of exoskeleton that uses a form of power accompanied by motors and other electronic components. Passive exoskeletons do the opposite. They're worn and don't require any power at all to operate. Passive exoskeletons use a lot of springs or pulleys to assist with motion. They can absorb shock from tasks such as walking or running, and allow a user to go about a normal day using less energy than they would otherwise. One design that the US military is testing out actually collects the energy from you walking and stores it in a battery for later, acting as a portable charger. Most passive exoskeletons are used in conjunction with the lower body. The example on the screen is very commonly seen and uses a spring to help save energy while walking. Active exoskeletons are used on the lower and upper body to increase strength, endurance, and other different activities. These will be the exoskeletons that accomplish all of the goals that a passive exoskeleton would, just using power and being more efficient at their job. They often require a backpack to hold a battery and other essential components such as a control board. This example is on the lower body, and as you can see, there are motors attached everywhere that there's a joint, such as hips, knees, or ankles. These active exoskeletons are being used to get people up and out of wheelchairs and walking around again. Now, one major application for exoskeletons is in the military. Currently, the US is trying multiple exoskeletons, allowing soldiers to stay on their feet and go through routines as efficiently as possible. Some designs are actually being tested that allow for soldiers to drastically improve their aim using firearms by compensating for any movements that the users make. This passive exoskeleton actually makes the wearer exert more energy, but charges a battery that soldiers are using to charge things like phones and other military equipment. But there are still other applications than just in the military. Another big use is in the medical field. Imagine wheelchair patients walking around again for the first time in years, or stroke victims being able to maneuver around properly, amputees getting the full use of a leg that isn't there, or even doctors being able to perform surgeries more precisely than ever before. This next exoskeleton on the screen is one that is in production in South Korea. It may look like a machine that will be used in war, but more practically, it will be used in situations such as biohazard cleanups, where humans can't get close to. This is just one of many ways exoskeletons will be used to help better our environment. Another design being used in Korea is used to help construction workers carry heavy pieces of steel for shipbuilding. Workers will be able to do their job better and won't suffer long-term effects such as back pain that will affect them even into retirement. And as for the future, who knows where we can take this new form of technology? It is making revolutionary progress and is still continuing to be developed. The possibilities will be endless. This is my works cited. Thank you, and have a nice day.